Kindly confirm in the comment section, ladies and gentlemen, if you can now hear the audio and if the video is clear from where you are watching before we proceed with the video and the audio as is. In the meantime, I have to pass my apologies. I'm using a wireless microphone which has a function of eliminating some of the sound in the background. The intention is to protect the page from music copyright. We are having this match in the bar. At my request, the music is low, and this wireless microphone helps to lessen some of the background music. That's why you can, I think, only hear my voice and not the background music, which includes copyrighted music. It will be a little bit boring, but yes, we shall go with that until music, unless music is switched off by the bar management. For now, a very good evening to you, ladies and gentlemen. It has been 3 matches today, long matches, but very interesting matches at this ongoing Dice Lounge Cre'me de la Cre'me annual single elimination comp. This is the last match, the very last match of the first round. The players on table are, without a shadow of a doubt, 2 of the most talented players the country of Uganda has now and has ever had. Hazard Lokoma, who is taking on Ibrahim Sejemba for a place in the round of last 8, the quarterfinal, which is happening tomorrow at 5 p.m. East African time. The winner will be taking on Habib Sebogozi. It is 2 frames that have been played and have both been won by the guy who is on table, Hazard Lokoma. Yes, they are racing to 11. My name is Peter Chove. I have to tell you that this tournament is only in its 3rd edition. In the 1st edition, Ibrahim Sejemba was defeated in the first round by none other than fellow namesake Ibrahim Makayanja. Hazard was playing semi-professional pool in South Africa at the time. The 2nd edition was won by Ibrahim Sejemba. The match you are watching at the very same spot, very table, is a repeat of the final that happened last year, the start of the year. In a race to 16, Ibra defeated Hazard 16-9 to win that competition for the first time, and this is the 3rd edition. Hazard is trying to impress for the 2nd time. Ibra trying to be the first player to defend the Cre'me de la Cre'me competition, to win it 2 years in succession. His full name is actually Azali, as in Azali. His Muslim. Hazard is just a nickname or an easy way his fans love to pronounce his name. Came to the city of Kampala from Masaka in central Uganda, where he was born as a very young boy, around 13 years of age. Became a trainee with the Takers Pool Club, a team in the Uganda Super League, around 2014. And by 2015, he had become of age not only to be on the Takers team, but also claimed a starting position on the team. Very talented boy he was, 2015, later in the year, he, I would say, stubbornly decided to invite majority of the players, senior players in the country, to money matches, and he surprisingly won a big share of them. Sula Matovo, then one of the best players in the country, became a victim. Fahad Sewankambo, a one-time national champion of the country at the time, became a victim in 3 consecutive money matches. Alfred Gomeki is a black sheep. So then a top player was victim. Geoffrey Setumba, victim, amongst other players who were not very big name players. Of course, there were some defeats in the money match schedules of Hazard. When he got the nickname Drinkwater, the defeats came to the hands of Amos Njagumanawe and Turije Jonah. By the way, in those money match sessions, one of the other players he defeated was Ibrahim Sejemba. The tour of Hazard proceeded to Kenya, where he played 4 more money matches with top players in Kenya, and he won all of them, including wins against Fred Karanja, the then captain of the Kenya national team, victory against John Chalo, one of the best players in Kenya at the time, victory against Kenya's seed number 1 of the day, Henry Mwangi. There was a rematch of the same players, also won by Hazard. Returned to the country in 2016. These performances preempted the national team technical committee to invite him for selection trials when the national team was about to start training for the All Africa Pool Championships, which are yet to happen on home soil. He passed the trials with flying colors and was named as a starter. He performed and outperformed himself during the championship and helped his team Uganda win the All Africa Black Ball Championships for the very first time on home soil. His career continued with ups and downs. In 2018, qualified for the National Open Championships for the first time at the age of around 19, and he played up to the semi-finals after losing out to eventual winner Wanika Mansur before becoming the second Ugandan ever to participate in the World Hayball Championships. At the time, it was called Chinese 8-ball in Shanghai. China lost out in the first round and played another international competition in South Africa later in the year. After the competition, he decided to stay in the country for a period of about 2 years. His next involvement with Ugandans was in 2022 when he moved from South Africa to Zambia to join his international teammates when they were participating in the All Africa Pool Championships in Lusaka, Zambia at the OIDC. He played in that tournament and reached the round of last 16, losing out to eventual first runner-up Victor Sinyinza of Zambia. He returned to the country at the end of 2022, reached 2 tournament finals in quick succession. The Pulse Session of Uganda King of the Table Championship, he lost out to his now opponent Ibrahim Sejemba. The next one was the Cre'me de la Cre'me tournament, 2nd edition, losing out to the same player, also Ibrahim Sejemba. He has proceeded with victories in 8 tournaments so far since his return. 2 comps at Amigos in Kansanga, 2 at Diplomat Beards Cafe in Kajansi, another at Tico's and Giggles, amongst others. Currently, he is ranked 6th by the Pool Association of Uganda. He is the home player, sponsored and supported by the management of Dice Lounge. This is his home table, his home venue, his home fans. His management team are watching. It is expected to be a close match because Ibrahim Sejemba is slightly a bigger player in terms of achievements. Hazard is a very good player in himself, and yet he is enjoying home ground advantage. against IBRA, who is ranked 8th in the country right now. It is the lowest national ranking he has held for the last probably 7 to 8 years. Very young man, only aged 24 right now. Born in the Bokoto area of Kampala in Uganda. Started playing pool at a very tender age as a boy, age of around 12 or so, at Mambule Pool Club, only as a trainee, because the National Pool League by then was sponsored by a beverage company and minors were not supposed to be participating. When the beverage company in Pilsner Lager ended the partnership with the Police Station of Uganda, he became now eligible to play in the Pool League. That is when he was signed up by Capital Night Pool Club in the year 2014. Too young already, but a very good, dependable, solid and mature player at that age. By 2016, he was not only Capital Knight's best player, but also already among the best players in the country as a teenager. And by 2017, he had helped Capital Knight Pool Club win its first and only senior league title to date, with Ibrahim Sejemba himself as joint top scorer with 57 goals alongside Alfred Gumekiriza, the guy most of you know as Black Sheep. He is a holder of 2 tournaments organized by the Police Station of Uganda, the Christmas Cup in 2018, as well as the King of the Table Championship I've been telling you about in 2022, in which he defeated Hazard in the final. He's also a holder of a record of becoming the first Ugandan ever to win an international tournament away from Ugandan soil. That was the Matthew Ngulube 64-man double life tournament that was organized in Lusaka in Zambia. 100,000 Zambian kwacha came with that one. He defeated Victor Senyeza in the final. He became also the second, after being the second and second to win an international tournament when he won the Grand Mchana Open Tournament at Mchana Pub and Grill in Kenya last year. That one must be still fresh in your memories. He has won a number of several other tournaments at home, privately organized. Urban Arcade Open twice, Kasubi Open twice, Upper Volta Double Elimination Tournament twice, Kansanga Annual End of Year Tournament once, the Mkumba Open once, the Nakawa Open once, a series of weekly tournaments like this one, amongst others. His name became so synonymous amongst pool fans, not only in the country of Uganda, but also the entire African continent in the year 2019, when stubbornly he decided to invite the entire country of Uganda, besides Caesar, Mansur, and Kasozi, as well as Jeffrey Setumba Fire, to money matches, handicapping them with that no black offer, where the players only needed to pot their own color of object balls and not even touch the black. He won a number of good money matches against very senior players, among whom Amos Ndiagumanawe, Alfred Gomekiriza, Black Sheep, Alan Nsoboga, Isaac Sebufu, Ibrahim Kayanja, but he lost out to Habib Sebogozi, as well as Ivan Morungi, a combined number of 5 times. He was by then the most active player in Uganda, and without a shadow of a doubt, the best player in the country at the time, especially since it was around that time that an upcoming Caesar left the country, proceeding to Zambia to play semi-professional pool. Currently, IBRA is ranked 8th in Uganda compared to Hazard's 5th, but without a shadow of a doubt, The ranking position doesn't tell the entire story. His actual ability is way better than 8th. But now he is 2-0 down, and it's about to come to 3-0 as long as Hazard sinks in the black. Yes, Hazard 3, IBRA 0, race to 11. Live commentary will proceed shortly. Thank you for watching. Big shout outs to you, Kaka Roger, Hawanup Dennis, Elijah Lungu, watching from Zambia, Kiza Emma, top seat, Brian, my good friend, the top fish himself, Afande Kerekere, always watching. Afande Kerekere, thank you for loving pool. Also live again. I don't even know whether that side you don't get problems, because I know away from home soil you are always expected to be at work, but you have too much time to watch pool. I'm happy for that, but I don't even know whether it does cause you problems. No problems. We have a renowned comedian, celebrity at that, in Uganda, always watching. Thank you for Afande Kerekere. I believe you are happy with the streaming, so when you find me, don't arrest me. Afande. Emma Kiza, Kaburia Jimmy, MC Nelson, Betty Tabitha, watching from the home of Diaz. Thank you for watching. Welcome to the stream. Rashad Alvin, Wanyira Robert Wamaluku, Jira Marie, Alfred Otim, Dennis Ongom. You are asking which level it is the last match in the first round, which is the round of last 16. By the way, the quarterfinals resume tomorrow. In the morning, the first match of the day will be Glorious taking on Kenneth Odong. Both players, you've watched him today. Second game. By the way, in the quarterfinals, the race will be increased to 13. Second game will be Wagaba Rashid, Dog City taking on Bwanika Mansur. The third game shall be between Habib Sebuguzi and whoever wins this match, while the fourth game will be Simon Lubora, the computer, who will be taking on none other than Caesar. They will be racing to 13 for a place in the final. We are at Dice Lounge, ladies and gentlemen, and the venue is full to capacity. Thank you very much to the management of Dice Lounge, Chairman Mark Mozungu, as he is called, for almost entirely sponsoring in full the prizes for which these players are competing. These tournaments do not only help enrich the players' pockets, they also make them ready and steady for bigger tournaments that are always coming up. There's a tournament expected in Kenya next month, in Zambia the following month. Grand China Open is in October, National Open Championships, and international events, the Pool League amongst others. But Hazard is having an excellent start, to say the least, taking IBRA for a ride. confident on his own home turf, confident in his own ability, confident in his own skill. He's such a talented and entertaining shooter. Very rarely plays the white ball in the middle, however simple the shot may look. He normally plays the white ball on one of the sides. He now leads 4-0. IBRA must start winning a race to 11. It's a medium-term race. It's not so short, but not so long as well. But should Hazard take a 6-7 game lead, I will see no way back for IBRA. Another disadvantage he has had is he arrived a little bit late. Normally when you are the player coming in late, you are in a little bit of a panic mode. And your body, your muscles have not yet relaxed by the time you start the game. Normally the players who come late are the players who have a poor start. Talking of a poor start, IBRA, who is 4-0 down, fouls on the break. Once again, Hazard is in pole position to sweep this frame away. No surprise that he's nowadays shooting good pool. He is a guy I like they say, would say that he's in a good place. He's under very solid management that takes very good care of him. I normally tell you of a story of Uganda's National Open Championship where he was the losing finalist last year after losing out to Caesar in the car competition. It is the very first time I saw Hazard crying, shedding a tear. Something which really touched his boss, his manager, Chairman Mark Muzungu, owner and director of Dice Lounge, who told him in a way of comforting him that you played a good part, you did a good game, don't cry for the car, I will buy you one. A long story short, 1 month after the National Open, he had bought Hazard a car, and he's one of the guys who are occupying the parking lot here, just as IBRA Sejemba, just as Caesar Chandiga. All of them are driving from playing pool. Pool, if taken seriously by a talented player, can be a source of livelihood. It can really be. Thank you for watching. Jamil Lawrence Matenga, Wem Gonzagira Hill, Jose Seita. Spinner Kenny Majepro, Freddie K. Chelsea, Lennon Mohan Alali Jordan, Robert Onekalit. Let me start guessing who you support here. Must be Hazard, because I know Dr. Onekalit, you are Caesar's manager, but I know that deep inside your heart you fear IBRA more than Hazard. So you most probably want Hazard to win in your mind to clear Caesar's path. Sorry, Dr. Lucky Malakwana supporting Hazard. Afande Kerekere again. Afande Kerekere, I'm surprised you understand Paul this well. following every shot, you understand the essence of the break, how important it is to break well. These two players are amongst the best, not just in the country of Uganda, but also the East African region. Hazard gave a good account of himself during his stay in South Africa. I'm told Ibra gave a good account of himself during his stay in Zambia. That much I know. I also know him as a holder today of one international championship, the Grand Michana Open, which he shall be trying to defend in October this year. He is managed by Roxbury in Chiwanga, and I know his management team are watching. I know Zach is watching, his personal manager, his management team, including Katerega Bobo. Social media handler Wesley Raymond, a very noisy guy about this page sometime, and the entire Roxbury family who are doing a great job in this young man. He wins some, he loses some, but fans love watching him for positive or negative reasons. Some of them love watching him because they like to see him always win. Some of them like watching him because they really love to see him in this kind of situation. Either way, he really provides entertainment to the sports, pulls crowds online and at the venues. He's one of the guys whom many of these players really love to beat. Sylvester Mtunzi, thank you for watching. As for once, Hazard misses. This match is live, by the way, on two platforms: Break and Finish Live Facebook, Break and Finish Live YouTube, but commentary is only here. My second microphone isn't compatible to my second gadget for some reason, otherwise we could be having a commentary both ways. Either way, you can watch where you feel more comfortable. Lucky Zulu, thank you for watching. You must be in South Africa. Elijah Lungu, Zambia, Lennon Mohan, Adam Olivander. I know that somewhere Moses Bokenya must be watching, and for some strange reason he doesn't support IBRA against whichever opponent, and yet he likes watching him so much. That is one speciality about this guy IBRA. Those who want to see him win, those who want to see him lose, they always want to watch him. For instance, Adam Ollivander wants Hazard to win. He predicted 11-8 scoreline, Hazard to win this match. He doesn't want IBRA to win, but he cannot stop watching. I like him for the fact that he has been a good servant of the sport, using only his talent. Very few players have both the talent and a career without any discipline-related sagas, and IBRA is one of them. Also sold the Ugandan pool in his own way beyond the Ugandan borders. His exploits in Zambia, winning the Matthew Ngulube Comp, marked the start of the intermarriage between Ugandan and Zambian players in tournaments. It is why nowadays it has been about 6 times when Ugandans either fly or are driven to Zambia to participate in tournaments. We are awaiting a moment when we have a tournament with Zambians in participation. The distance is so big, but yes, it is worth it. And I know you are watching Latham Vandross, one of the better players down south in the Copper Belt region. You are the one I know among Zambian players who is best friends with IBRA. I want to see you in a tournament in Kampala one day. I want to see Victor here one day. I want to see Moses Mofia here one day. I want to see Soldier. I want to see Dr. Rango. I want to see Royd Kabwe here one day. IBRA must start winning, and he knows that. The two players are supposed to be best friends. I must say I haven't seen a lot of interaction between them since their arrival to the venue before. I mean today. Speaks to how seriousness they take this game, whether friends or otherwise. It's about winning. Hazard will have to play an ineffective shot, or else IBRA will pull one back, and Hazard knows it. IBRA has a better head-to-head performance against Hazard. So friendly these guys are that I am made to understand they shared a room during their stay in Zambia. In fact, the rift between IBRA's fans and Caesar's fans at one time became even bigger by a gesture by Hazard, a friendly gesture by Hazard, which I probably didn't appreciate so much in terms of sportsmanship. The Mitiana Open Championship, which was won by IBRA. In the semifinals, he was supposed to have a match with Hazard, who claimed that he had become sick and was not in good moods to play. But onlookers say he intended to let his friend IBRA reach the final without getting himself so fatigued, and he was able to defeat Caesar in the final, a gesture which Caesar fans didn't take lightly. IBRA now up against the black and pulls one back. Hazard 4, IBRA 1. Little disputes between the players as to who is supposed to be breaking this frame. They have resolved that it is Hazard. Fair break by Hazard. 1 yellow potted. Not a very bad split of the balls. The Reds actually look better positioned. His problem is the fact that he cannot easily pot a red ball. The one to the center pocket on your right may be off the yellow. He goes for the closest red to himself anyway. Guy is so fired up today. Ladies and gentlemen, what Hazard is producing in this match so far, in my view, is nothing short of world-class pool. Look at that. I'm also made to learn that he took time yesterday night when everybody had left this venue to have enough practice games on the table. He has the best access to the venue and the table. He is a child here, as if at his own home with his parents. The tips start to come in when you see him across the table to the right of your viewing area. There is a VIP section here. If you can have a look, that is where members of who they call the Dice family normally sit, and they are led by Hazard's manager, who is the director of this venue and the one leading the tipping session. When IBRA was winning this tournament last year, during the final, he got more tips than even the prize money. At times it can be that beautiful. And he also tipped me, by the way, I remember, as part of the tips. So I also became a winner. I'm kidding, eh? But I was tipped, it's true, by him. The more Hazard gets opportunities like this, the more unlikely it is that IBRA will win this match. And Hazard is not a guy known for giving away matches in which he has had the big leads. He is not known for that, irrespective of who the opponent may be. Since returning from Zambia, he has had 2 victories against Caesar. A tournament he won at Amigos in Kansanga. Caesar was his victim in the second round, and as well as a double elimination tournament that was held in Kajansi at Diplomat Billiards Cafe in the second round. In one of his lives, Caesar was the opponent, and in both cases having big wins. Caesar himself has 3 victories against Hazard out of 5 in which they have played for the last 1 year. Not so sure that that one is a perfect shot, given the resting position of the white ball. Hazard will opt to start with the yellow. The one is looking at, put it that pocket bottom left of your screen. To make it look even better, he opens up the black ball, sets it to the center pocket, a looming red apple. Loading. He's breaking better, shooting better, finishing better, thinking better, and so far he's outplaying his friend but now rival, IBRA. Good shooting. That is a round of applause from the Dice Lounge family. So far, it is what they call a total performance, at least for the first 7 games, with one dominant player, none other than Hazard. No problems in that one. Some difficulty in potting, but given the vein of form he's in, he will make that sharp cut and he will be sinking that octagon, that black, to that center pocket, I am sure. Yes, sinks in black, the tips proceed. Like I've been telling you, he's the home guy. his table, his venue, his fans, his management, his confidence, his shooting. Everything is clicking perfectly together so far. It is highly likely that it will be Hazard against Habib in the last quarter final tomorrow, unless IBRA does something about the current score and does something by starting to win and starting now. The breaks have not been coming good for IBRA. Even when he puts 2 balls on the break, the split of the balls is not as good as he would probably love them to be. Look at the yellows closest to your screen. Those 4, one of them is touching the red, and yet there is a black ball at the pocket where he's expected to play them. He goes for the reds. He will open up. He does, but it will take some brilliance for him to finish his shot. In my view, IBRA's strongest weapon is the clearance after the break. Every time his break is on, he is almost unbeatable. And every time he has had good breaks, anybody has fallen, and fallen sometimes easily. His victory against Aiden Joseph in the 3rd round of the Grand China Open is one of the best performances I have ever seen from any African player, by the way, in a match. Very clean performance without a single mistake in the entire match. The tournament he won by losing only 5 games. 128 player comp, racing to 7 from 1st round, 2nd round racing to 9, finals racing to 13, and a total number of 5 games lost in the tournament. What a victory that was. Respectable performance. Of late, he has been having mixed performances. Participated in the Roxbury 32-man comp, lost out in the 2nd round to his new bogey player, Moses Omara. White is not all that good. There's another tournament at Roxbury he played around a month ago, which he lost out in the final to Bwanika Mansur. It's been a while. Of course, he doesn't play every tournament, not as consistently, participating as some of the other players. But given his quality, which is undoubtable, shouldn't take a lot of time without victory. He is playing a mass shot, trying to play the cushion ball. It's a successful mass shot, but the end result, resting positions of the balls, is not successful at all. Advantage Hazard. And when Hazard is having a lead as healthy as the one he's having, he will boss the table. He can boss the table when he's trailing. Imagine now that he is leading. Everything is clicking together. One of those moments when a player's mindset clicks together with his body. In a match, he really needs to win and puts up such a performance. That's exactly what Hazard is doing. Has to be careful here. not to displace these balls. Everything he is doing so far, everything he's touching is turning into gold, making stuff look so easy. How do you even dare to subject a player of IBRA's level to this kind of humiliation? The tournament he is participating in as defending champion and is about to go 7-1 down in the first half. It's a miss. But the guy is not only shooting well, he's also lucky. The contact between the white and the black enables him to snooker at least 2 of IBRA's balls and limit his options. IBRA knows now that his opponent is lucky. A defensive shot would do. A defensive shot would better have done. IBRA this time is also lucky with the resting position of one of Hazard's red. I think Hazard can see the black only partially, and I know he will play with defense in mind. And it's a successful defensive shot, a successful snooker. Just some little intervention had to be done. A situation where Hazard said the biggest likelihood was foul from IBRA. It was a little skill, even being able to find his red and not give away the white so cheaply. Oh my goodness. Will you even have a better shot of the match than this one? What a shot. Don't be surprised at the tips that are coming in. Very good skill shot for Hazard, especially since it resulted in the pot of a black. Hazard 7, IBRA 1. But what a shot. What a beauty of a bank shot. Efuna ku skill shot nefuna ku banka shot yavuge mu ango nuko Hazard yabikoze yanava mu ango. success angle biba bikwatagana sinooka agada ayinamu ate angle ibula n'agiba kati oli bw'aba amanyi bitunundi asobola okutegeera has accepted IBRA a 5 minutes timeout. Yeah, it is not business as usual. Hazard 7, IBRA 1. Talk to one of the renowned pool followers, one of the guys who normally is watching with you in Keith Banks, what he has to speak about this surprising scoreline of the match so far.
Yeah, surely the score is really surprising. 7-1 for Hazard is really surprising. Hazard has been playing well. Actually, he's playing so well. IBRA is committing some mistakes, and Hazard is actually punishing each and every mistake that IBRA makes. Hazard is still so good on the break, and I think the scoreline will be very much more embarrassing if IBRA doesn't improve from the timeout.
What do you think IBRA has to do to make the scoreline a bit more respectable?
He really has to pick up himself, pick up from the mistakes, and then believe in himself. He's still shooting not so well. Yeah, he's still not shooting so well. He just has to pick up himself and face it.
Who do you think will win this tournament?
The tournament favorite is always Caesar Chandiga, we know.
That is Keith Caesar's #1 fan. I knew he would say that. My good friend Manager Miti, say hi to the viewers, and what do you have to say about this match?
Good afternoon. Is it good evening? Good evening, viewers. It's a pleasure talking to you and getting to you. The match is it's never done until it's done. Remember, IBRA has pedigree, though Hezo Hazard is the first to reckon with. So it's never over until it's over. That's all I can say. It's never over until it's over.
What do you think we can expect from IBRA after that timeout? Because he really needed it.
IBRA is one kind of person who's very unpredictable. And remember, he has been in top flight for a long time. So, being the IBRA, I know, anything is possible.
Anything is possible. Even a comeback is possible.
Yes.
He needs 10 Hazard 4.
It's never over.
All right.
I've seen games when one is looking for one game and then the other loses all. So it's never over. And remember, the more he gets closer, the more panic Hezo is going to be getting.
Who do you want to send greetings to?
All the viewers in Nairobi, South Africa, Uganda, in the diaspora. Thank you for loving Paul, and I hope you keep up. And we need the stream to get to 1 million. So they must invite friends. Tell them, there's something happening.
Yeah.
Yes.
They are really responding well. This tournament is being watched very exceptional.
Yeah, and then the other thing, I would want to send a special thanks to management of DICE, because this is one of its kind, taking care of the players. You see the ambience here. It's a class apart, actually. Yeah. And it's only DICE, Michana. Then there's one we had in Kisumu. I don't know if we're going to have it this year as well. Afiz, special greetings to Afiz.
He's watching. Nafiz is watching.
Nafiz is watching? Okay. I send you my greetings, Nafiz. And we're coming to Kenya. We're coming again, eh?
Kitale.
In Kitale.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you have any viewers in Kitale, we'll be coming there.
Definitely there.
All right. It's a pleasure. Otherwise, a nice evening.
Thank you very much. That is Manager Miti. It's attached as a manager to Luvula Simon, the computer, as a player, and is also a member of the DICE Lounge family, as they call themselves. Hazard 7-1 up against IBRA. Who saw this coming? Not even Hazard himself. Very good top spin, white ball moving. I didn't read his mind well at all, but one thing I know that his mind is on the yellow ball closest to your screen, on the near the bottom left corner. That body language, those gestures are to try and open up that red ball. He has already produced a very beautiful skill shot, a bank, in which he potted black. One of the last games before the timeout. What a beauty of a shot that was. He has the skill, the ability, and the confidence with 7-1 lead to deliver yet another beautiful shot. There we go. After all that time, he plays normally, and I think he's deciding to play a skill shot as the penultimate shot of the tournament. He will sip some water. Remember, the skill is to play bottom left spin, white ball moving to the left of the width of the table to open up the red ball, which is near the yellow, closest to your screen on the left. Enjoy, Hazard. Exactly. Oh my word, another skill shot provided by the same player. I believe he can see the black only partially, but I don't think he can see it well enough to pot it. Guy wants to produce something special, something else. According to that gesture, it seems to be aiming to play the black off the yellow. Maybe sink it in some pocket. I don't think there is enough side of the black ball to pot it straight. If it were there, it would be good for him. He is so far limiting IBRA to almost a spectator in this match. Oh my goodness, this is total class from Hazard. Everything well calculated off the yellow. He showed it in the gesture, in the aiming, took all the time, and has produced one of the best shots I have ever seen him produce. This is the very best of Hazard. Ladies and gentlemen, the best of Ugandan pool. Hazard Lokoma, humiliating the favorite of this match, the defending champion, Ibrahim Sejemba, with two top shots potting the black. The second was even better. Score, yes, 8-1. Hazard up. Given the position of the black ball, which is the most important ball on the table, I think Hazard will not go for the reds. Because there is one dead red ball, the one behind the black, he will go for the yellows. The biggest likelihood is spot yellow off the black to open up the black ball. A guy oozing in confidence, like I've been saying, whatever he has been touching in this game is turning into gold, dominating on all sorts of statistics besides the 8-1 lead. In terms of breaking and potting, he has 5 compared to IBRA's 3. He has not had a single dry break. IBRA has 2 dry breaks. Hazard has no single foul break. IBRA is on 2 foul breaks. Hazard has 2 green apples and 2 red apples compared to none for IBRA. IBRA has fouled once, Hazard none. And yes, 4 skill shots in the match so far, all for IBRA. This is the 5th apple of a player who is having a performance of his life. Oh my God. Out of sorts, IBRA. Imagine being in such a situation with nowhere to hide. At least this time, IBRA deserves a win, but it won't come if he's not potting on the break as he just has. Ladies and gentlemen, another green apple. I'm short on superlatives describing Hazard's performance today. So far, I don't remember a better performance from this guy. Never. I've watched him match in and out for the last 8 years, since 2015 when he became an established player. I have never ever seen him perform this good. Yes, he's good, but I have never ever seen him perform this well. I have never seen IBRA humiliated, outplayed, outthought, outcompeted, and well beaten as he is being subjected to right now. I don't even want to blame him for the fact that he has only one frame one. He is simply being outplayed. This time a foul break. Call it a scratch. Call it a fair break with a foul from Hazard. IBRA knows that he will not win this match, but one thing he can try and do is to bring some respect on his name by winning some games. The neutrals, I know you'll wish that IBRA finishes off this frame. Maybe to keep watching the match, maybe to bring some respect. But what a performance. Whoever is watching live, the close to 700 of you on Break and Finish Live, I know the memory of this performance is something that will not easily go away from your mind as long as you are a lover of this sport. For me, it will remain in my memory for a long time. When it is not your day, it is not your day. Even when IBRA came within touching distance of putting the black somehow, the white ball. He's out of sorts in body and mind. He is always calm and composed. But how do you remain calm when 10-1 down? He has played against lots of top quality players. He has had 3 matches against Eden. He has had a match against Jerry. He has had several matches against Victor, against Soldier, against top players in China. Has participated in the World Heibo Championships. I think now thrice. He has played against some of the very best players that the sport has to offer. But he has never had this kind of humiliation. And yet Hazard is playing as if his game depends on this one frame. He has not fouled in the match at all, Hazard. Maybe only once, but it was a foul break, not the usual standard foul. Every time he puts a ball now, it spells doom for IBRA. Dice Lounge is celebrating. Roxbury is mourning. Team Hazard is in cheers. Team Manemed is in tears. A player against a friend who is treating a friend as an enemy on the table. What a humiliation. Everything, as I've been saying, he touches has just been turning to gold. Oh my goodness, another clearance. This is the best performance I have ever seen from Hazard in 8 years of watching this guy. He has outplayed, outthought, outcompeted, outdelivered, and out-delivered against the defending champion. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the end of the road for Ibrahim Sejamba. We shall try to look for Hazard. Yes. Yes, Hazard, congratulations. 10-1, look at 11-1, look at the scoreboard. This is the best performance I have ever seen from you, and yet I've been watching you for 9 years. Why today?
I want to take this opportunity to thank my manager, Mr. Mark. Shout out to Dice family. Shout out to my brother, Manchea. Shout out to my brother, Achimali. Shout out to my brother from Zambia. His name is Trambo. Shout out to Boss Munchi. Guys, I want to create something a little bit even more extra special. Because I had these guys, they can play. That's why I compete like this. Thank you for believing in me. Thank you for supporting us. Cheers.
He says he wants to create something more special because you people always say that these guys are better than him. He wants to prove you wrong. That is the end of today's matches. We meet tomorrow. The quarterfinals will be starting immediately at 11 a.m. East African time. Odonkenneth versus Glorious at 2 p.m. Dog City versus Mansour at 5 p.m. Hazard versus Habib, and 8 p.m. Computer versus Caesar. Thank you for being a very lovely audience from Dice Lounge. I say